Hello again. We're going to engage in a little bit of late night YouTube making because it's about 11:30, but I need to get this up before I leave for London tomorrow, which is going to be great. So, this is my brief review of Into the Dalek. I loved the sets on this episode. It was very cool. It definitely, looked like the inside of a Dalek, or what I think it would look like. The only thing I did have a problem with was some of the piping, especially when Clara was climbing through the memory banks at the end. The tubing, it looked too industrial. So I don't know. That was a little bit of a distraction for me, I guess. But the rest of that and the lighting, it looked really cool. I liked that Clara saying that she's the doctor's carer. The doctor saying yes, she cares, so I don't have to. Which is gonna be fun. The Doctor's definitely a bit more strange in this episode than the last one, and more blunt, and I think I like that. And it's good to see him kind of back in the swing of things, not so much of the regeneration craziness. I like that there's an interesting episode about the Daleks. I mean, not that the other ones aren't interesting or anything, but the other ones, it's a lot of just, oh, good versus evil, the Doctor versus the Daleks, and there's something else that's crazy. But this one, seeing a different side to the Daleks, literally the inside, which was kind of cool. So that was fun, and it did definitely remind me of the Ninth Doctor when, in the episode they were in a museum. It was one of the early episodes, and it was the first episode with the Dalek in the new series. And the doctor was immediately like, no, don't put me in there with that. Rose kind of was the one that took compassion on it, which is similar here, because Clara might not have taken compassion on it, but she was like, hey, maybe there's a way to sort of make it a good Dalek again. And I definitely like that there's a cool parallel, again, between the Doctor talking about the Dalek, but also about himself, and kind of seeing himself as full of hatred, which hopefully, will mean he'll work hard to make himself more full of goodness and whatnot. Not that I don't think he's good, but, there are some times when he's not afraid to be bad, and I think, the Ninth Doctor was always trying to make sure everybody lives. 10 wanted that too, but sometimes he did know when he was going to have to kill, but he hated it. The 10th Doctor, did not want to hold a gun. And yeah, the Doctor has a thing against soldiers, but yeah, he did not want to be near a gun at all, unless he absolutely had to. The 11th Doctor, he sort of was very childish, but then was very quick to be like, oh yes, don't underestimate me, I'm the oncoming storm. So, I don't know, this Doctor, I'm interested to see what he's going to be like. I'm also intrigued by Danny Pink. I thought they did a good job with introducing his character, and kind of how it wasn't entirely linear, and so I'm interested to see where that'll go. And if we get him traveling in the TARDIS too, that'll be fun. And even not as a romantic interest, again, just two friends, like Ian and Barbara were. Well, I think they were married. They weren't as all clingy and all over each other as Rory and Amy were most of the time. But either way, it should be fun. I'm looking forward to next week because we get Robin Hood. I'm a little disappointed they didn't use the same actor that they used for Robin Hood as they did in BBC's Robin Hood, but that's okay. Oh, and I'm super excited that we're using period costumes again. I can't remember if I mentioned that in the last episode or not, but I love the period costumes, so I'm excited. Okay, until next time when I'll be filming this in London. Alonzi.